system coming on shore here. Already rain bands are impacting us here into St. Augustine, downtown Jacksonville as well. But that's all thanks to the large wind field well out ahead of this storm system. Just wrapping it around. By the way, the last time we had a storm make landfall on the east coast of Florida in any time of the year, we have to go all the way back to Katrina. As far as a landfalling Category 1 hurricane or stronger. We have had a few close calls. You're probably thinking, what about Matthew, Robert? What about Dorian? All of those edged along the eastern seaboard, but they didn't quite come on shore like this one is with that official landfall just south of Vero Beach here about 45 minutes ago. But big thing is those rain bands already wrapping around. We have some of that moving out here towards the north. Look at this though. It's going to continue to progress along here, passing by the Palm Coast this morning with that main thick of the rain band about 6 to 7 o'clock. Ponte Vedra is going to be closer to 9, but we're going to see the high winds, well, out ahead of this. We don't need that inner core of it to have those rough conditions here as this kicks on through. Also, those winds continuing to roll in out of the northeast, picking up over the last few days. That's just piling up that water. Each high tide climbing a bit higher and higher. Look at these waves offshore, 14, 18 feet. And if you extrapolate that, naturally it's going to be a bit higher. This buoy here, 41010, actually just went offline. We had a wave height at 32 feet. Typically, these buoys don't measure over 25 feet. They get knocked around. There's too much spray. They're just like, you know what? Not measuring it. They get flipped over, and then it's just done. So it doesn't surprise me this went offline, to be quite honest with you. But we were measuring some massive waves out here as this kicked on through. Just look at the massive wind field with this too. Remember, it's a combination of that nor'easter back towards the north as this pushes on by, and see it kicking off there through the rest of today, passing by our area by this evening as well. So right now though, winds at 75 miles per hour sustained in this Category 1. But for us, we're not going to see those hurricane strength winds likely here on the first coast. Might get some gusts, but the big thing is those tropical storm strength persistent winds, which are rather high. In fact, we just had a record set here at the airport a few moments ago of 52 mile per hour wind gust at the airport. That is the second highest wind ever recorded in Jacksonville since the 50s when we had the recordings in the month of November. Get that data right there for you. I'm trying to remember the statistic here. You see those wraparounds. In fact, we had some video out of St. Augustine. Let me show that. It's pretty rough out there. Winds have been continuing to kick up there along our coastal areas, and boy, it's just, yeah, it's already, there we go. Look at that. There we go. St. Augustine right now. Got those windy conditions kind of pushing on through, the fans blowing along. Everybody's got the Christmas lights up. This is such a juxtaposition, guys. Remember, this is the latest landfalling hurricane on record on the east coast of Florida, period. It's just, it feels like we should be already heading into Christmas now, and I get the Nights of Lights already in place out there. Hopefully all the lights out there survive this storm. Keitha?